Dear Christians, it's time we do what God has called us to love one another no matter the stigma. For you see, anyone that does not love does not know God, because God is love. Now, I'm not talking about the love you have for ice cream or for Dr. Pepper. No, what I'm talking about is an authentic love. A love that can be found in 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. What I'm talking about is a love like God. A love that is patient and kind, does not envy or boast, is not arrogant or rude. A love that doesn't insist on its own way, nor is it irritable or resentful. A love that does not rejoice in the wrongdoings, but rejoices in the truth. A love that bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. A love that never ends. Dear Christians, I know that we think that we already love unconditionally, but when have we actually gone out with arms wide open instead of with a mouth loaded with bullets? When was the last time you showed grace to another instead of the hatred of a zealot? For you see, Jesus Christ died for you and me, and we are called to live by the example he left. And if he died for you and me, then shouldn't we be willing to die too? Now I know that calling is with much heft. But hear me out. We are called to die to ourselves daily and take up our cross. But what if our calling meant more? Shouldn't we be willing to die for the poor? Before we cast a stone, shouldn't we be willing to lay down our lives for the Muslims, the transsexuals, or anyone that is struggling, different, or that you abhor? Dear Christians, do not think that your title puts you in the elite. In fact, the title puts you at the bottom of the barrel, not the cream of the crop. Without Christ, we would deplete. So show grace and peace. Show mercy and love. Do not go on being spoon-fed by a pastor who spews hate and claims it's from above. Study to show yourself approved. Beloved, test every spirit to see if it is from God. Dear Christians, know my heart. I believe we are called to bear with our brothers and sisters their burdens, and it's time we start to treat all with the compassion of Christ. We must know our part, for we have the same Spirit within us that raised Christ from the dead. And if we do this simple act, we will see authentic love widespread. Dear Christians, choose your words wisely, for a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Beloved, if God loved us, we ought to love one another, and if we don't, we'll surely blunder. And it's sad, but it's true, that if we go on without love, we'll hear the words, "Depart from me, I never knew you."